Welcome everyone. My name is Kevin Flynn, here to lead you through a yoga for upper back tension exercise. Briefly, just want to explain where some upper back tension comes from. If you spend a lot of your day behind a computer, steering wheel, cell phone, most of us do nowadays for at least a couple hours a day, and we start finding this hunched over shape. And so back and upper back tension, a lot of it sometimes comes from being in a hunched over position, from trying to hold our head up. So our back muscles are getting overworked, and we're just going to do a little bit of chest opening to relieve the muscles from that tension. So when you feel ready, we are going to start laying down on our bellies. Make your way. And we're starting off in a posture called open wing. You're going to reach your right arm all the way out to the right side of the room and then roll open to your right side body. You can kick your left leg around to the left and relax your head on the earth. If your head has a hard time reaching the earth, you can always put a block or something else underneath your head to make it comfortable for you. Here we're going to spread our fingertips wide and add a little bit of pressure from your right arm into the earth so that we activate the muscles that we're wanting to stretch. Then as you inhale, imagine breathing into your right pec, your right shoulder region. And as you exhale, imagine breathing out of your right arm. Again, breathe into your right pec. And breathe out of your right arm. Right pec, breath in. Right arm, breath out. Go ahead and lower back down to your belly, and we'll go straight into the opposite side. Reach your left hand all the way out to the left side of the room and roll open to your left side body. You can use your right leg to kick around to the left, and once again, put a little bit of pressure from your hand into the earth so that you can get a deeper activation for the stretch. Relax your head in some form or another, and as you're ready, inhale, fill your left pec with air. And imagine breathing out of your left arm. Again, left pec, breath in. Left arm, breath out. One more time. Left pec, breath in. Left arm, breath out. Lower back down to your belly. We're going to do a second rep on each side. So go ahead and reach your right hand all the way out to the right and roll open to your right side body. Kick your left leg around to the right. This time we're incorporating a breathing style called packing. This is something that scuba divers use to increase the surface area of the lungs. It also helps us get deeper stretches in a lot of postures. So as you're ready, inhale, fill your chest, and then take 3 sips of air. And by now you should feel a little bit more pressure into your right arm. Exhale. Again, full breath in. 3 sips of air. Out of your right arm, exhale. One more time. Right pec, breath in. 3 sips of air. Right arm, breath out. Lower back down to your belly. Let out a grunt if you want. Let the world know how you feel. And then reach your left hand all the way out to the left side and roll open to your left side body. Whew. We'll take a full breath in. 3 sips of air. Left arm out, exhale. Breathe into your left pec. 3 sips. Left arm out, exhale. One more time. Left pec in. 3 sips. Left arm out, exhale. Great. Lower back down to your belly. And then we'll set up for threaded needle. You can do this either from belly position, or you can do this from tabletop if you'd rather. So we're just going to reach right arm through to the left side of the room. Again, this is called threaded needle. And then you can use your left hand to rest your forehead on your hand. You can even make a fist with your hand if that feels better. But we should feel a stretch in the back of the shoulder here. And then same as we did before, try to direct your breath into where you feel sensation. Full inhale. Full exhale. Again, breathe in. Breathe out. One more time. Full breath in. Full breath out. And we'll set up to unwind. Go ahead and bring your right arm back to neutral and straight into the left side. You can reach your left arm all the way through to the right and allow your torso to create compression from your arm into the earth. Once again, if you'd like to use a hand to support your head, feel free to. Full breath in. Full breath out. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more time. Full breath. Let it go. All right. Go ahead and unwind your left arm. Ooh. And then we'll make our way back to a child's pose. Bring your knees wide, big toes to touch, and sit your hips towards your heels. If you have any knee tension here, you're welcome to put a blanket behind your knees to help support your knees. And then from here, reach your hands as far forward as you can. Bring your palms together and bend your elbows until your thumbs come to the back of your neck. If you don't feel a stretch already, try walking your hands another inch or two further forward, and then actively pull your chest down towards the earth. Once again, we will direct our breath into our triceps. Inhale. Exhale. Triceps, breath in. And out. One more time. Full breath in. Full breath out. Slowly release, and then come up into a seated position. All right. From your seated position, we're going to bring left hand behind our back to the crease of the right elbow. So you're just kind of holding on from your left hand to your right arm. Inhale, lengthen the crown of your head up, and then tilt your right ear towards your right shoulder. And deepen your breath. Two more. Last one. Slowly unwind your arms. And then we'll set up for the second side. Straight into it, bring your right hand behind your back for the crease of your left elbow. Find your grip. Inhale, sit tall. And then tilt left ear towards left shoulder. Draw both shoulders down towards the earth. Still maintain your tall seat. And we're here for 3 deep breaths.
Last round. Slowly unwind your hands. Whoo! And then come back to a neutral tabletop position. Move to all fours. Bring your wrists under your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips. We'll take a few rounds of cat-cow. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your chin, shoulder blades back. Exhale, arch your back, round your chin to your chest. Again, inhale, belly down, shoulder blades back, tailbone up. Exhale, arch your back, round your chin to your chest as tight as you can. One more time, inhale, belly down, shoulder blades back, gaze upwards. And exhale, arch your back, round your chin to your chest. Wonderful. Inhale back to a neutral spine. And we'll find our way to a downward facing dog. Tuck your toes, lift your hips, press yourself back. You can pedal out your legs here if you'd like. And just take a moment to settle into downward dog. Spread your fingertips wide. Press your hands forward so that your chest presses back towards your thighs. And pull your belly button towards your spine. Take a full breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Again, full breath in. Full breath out. One more time, deep breath in. All the way out. Inhale, shift forward to a high plank. Exhale, back to downward dog. Again, high plank. Back to downward dog. Last round, high plank. To downward dog. And then walk your hands to the back of your mat for wide-legged ragdoll. We'll bring your feet about mat's width distance. Bend your knees until your chest can rest on your thighs. And we'll grab opposite elbows here. Relax your head and your neck and give yourself a few moments to sway side to side. Make sure that your breath is still with you. All right. We have the option to stay here, or if you'd like to up level, you can interlace your hands behind your back and reach your arms up and over towards the front of the room. And no matter what grip you have, whether it's grabbing opposite elbows or chest expansion, we're going to straighten our right leg, bend your left knee, and rotate your torso open to the side. Deepen your breath. One more. Inhale, back to center, and then straighten your left leg, bend your right knee, rotate your torso towards the left. Hold for 2 breaths. Last one. Back to center, and then slowly release your hands down to the earth. Walk your hands forward, and we'll find our way onto our bellies. Go ahead and lay down flat. And then we're setting up for Sphinx pose. Elbows under your shoulders, palms face down, Sphinx. We want our fingertips spread wide here. And oftentimes in Sphinx, we think kind of relaxed with our neck and shoulders. But as best we can, we want this to be an active posture. So you're pushing down into the ground with your elbows and pulling back with your shoulders and elbows. That way you feel kind of a cobra engagement, if you're familiar with cobra. Every muscle in your back body is active in lifting, pulling forward. Dip your left ear towards your left shoulder. Deepen your breath. Last round. Inhale, bring your head back to center, and then tuck your chin to your chest. Full breath. Inhale, lift your head back up to center, and then tilt your right ear towards your right shoulder. Peel your shoulders down and back away from your ears. Deepen your breath. Here for 2 more. Last one. Inhale, bring your head back to center, and then chin to chest. All right, go ahead and stack your hands. Let your forehead rest on your hands. Crocodile pose. Give yourself a few moments to breathe. Okay. Start to lift yourself up towards a seated position. And then we'll set up a kneeling position. Raise up to your knees. We'll bring knees and feet about hips width distance. Hands to your hips. Camel pose. In camel, we want as much muscle activation in our back body as possible. So you'll push your knees down into the ground, push your hips forward to the front of the room, and then lift your belly and your chest. At the same time, we're starting to drop our heads back. So again, knees down, push your hips forward to the front, and lift your heart up. Here for 4 breaths. Three. Two. Last one. Inhale back up, and then sit down for a moment. Close your eyes and feel what's going on in your body. All right, when you feel ready, let's make our way down to our backs for our final resting position. And at first, we may not think that rest is necessarily important for our upper back and shoulder tension. But I encourage you to allow your body to enter the rest and digest. I encourage you to allow your body to enter the rest and digest state. That way we can lower cortisol levels, allow our bodies to move into this new shape that we've created for it, and give your back muscles a break. You have the option to stay resting here longer if you'd like. If you are ready to conclude our practice, take a stretch for the front and back of the room.
Hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a squeeze. And then find your way into a seated position when it feels right to you. And before we end our practice, take a moment to notice your posture. Again, a lot of times our upper back tension can come from being hunched over or having poor posture. And so think of having your hips slightly rotating forward so that there's more of a curve in your lower back rather than being in a C shape with the spine. So as best you can, remember happy posture, shoulder blades down and back, almost really confident here with our chest. Inhale, sweep your arms up and overhead. Draw hands to heart center. Thank you for making time for your practice and prioritizing your self-care and health. The light in me is humbled to be practicing with the light of each of you. Namaste. Thanks, y'all.